Oh, mama, it's not so gonna say that's tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yo, what's happening? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Are y'all ready for another story time? Art thou ready for another story time? Because, oh dang, I just act like my big brother when I did that. I don't want to do that crap no more. What's up, Weirdy Cash? What's up, Lux Tyra? What's up, Nomadic Soul? What's up, Clarissa? What's up, Kim? What's up, Kim? We have two stories today. The first story is our actual story. The second story is really, really short. I just thought it was really funny. And so we're going to do two stories today. But the first story, y'all, is so tragic. It's so freaking tragic. Because, like, what the freak? Move this poster. The first story is so freaking tragic. Like, when I was doing my research, I'm like, what's going on? What's up, Tierra? Oh, this your show? Well, welcome to the show, baby. Welcome to the show, baby. What's happening, y'all? What is happening? Today we're going to be talking about a story. It's more like wow than anything. I can't really say that it's the craziest story, but it's going to be one of those stories kind of like, wow, you should have known better. You stop Squid Games. Don't do that now. I watch Squid Game. I ain't gonna lie, Squid Game pissed me off. That show pissed me off so damn bad this season, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. How you doing, pretty eyes? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Destination, I'm doing good. I'm eating, this is banana nut bread. What's up, Black? Afternoon. What's up, Jessica? Jessica, I've been looking for you. Where the freak you been? I've been looking all over for you. I love me some banana nut bread, y'all. Y'all, today's story is gonna be kind of, like I said, it's not really gonna be like the wildest story, but it's gonna be kind of like, damn. Like, bitch, what the fuck? So we gotta get into it. It's 2:07. I actually got on here a little late because my AC is not working right now, and I was on the phone with AC repair people trying to figure out why the hell my AC that I just paid $1,000 a year fixed 2 months ago is already not working. Fixed, and this is a relatively new AC unit. It's like what, 5 years? Shit, I think a bomb tried to mess with it. That's why I keep a couple wet wipes in case a bum try to touch me. Ew. Alright, y'all. It is 2:08. Since I started late, I'm gonna start at 2:10. So I'm gonna give y'all about 2 minutes to get your stuff together, get your life together. You know, tell your kids leave you alone. Tell your husband to bother somebody else. Tell your wife, you know, she's free to cheat on you for a few minutes. I'm just playing. But y'all, for real, like, get ready for this story because it's really gonna be it's gonna be kind of like, yeah. Jessica Frilla, I miss you though, because I've been looking for you. Though. It's 3:08 here in Georgia. It's 2:08 here for me. Ghost Rider, I'm here on time. You definitely are, because I'm about to get started in like a minute and a half. Gabbles, what state are you in? I'm in Mississippi. I'm down here in the SIP. Shoot. Banana pudding actually better. Banana pudding is amazing. Alright. Y'all, it's 2:09. We about to get started. I want to thank y'all first for liking this live. Y'all, liking the live is a free way to help me out. You know, I enjoy gifts. I do enjoy gifts. But, you know, if you don't want to give a couple dollars, you can just like the live. It's a free way to help me out because that's the best way to help boost me. Or you can share it too. Sharing also helps. But liking it is a free way to do it. Thank you, Brandon, for that heart. Thank you really for that. But liking it, sharing it, those are free ways to help, and commenting and all that good stuff are really, really good ways to help y'all boy out. Thank you, Xanis, and thank you, lady, for those roses. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Dash. Thank you, Miss Big Lotto Jr. Thank you, Big Lotto. Are you the real Big Lotto? Oh, wait, you said Big Lotto Jr. Never mind. But I say, damn, what you doing in here, Lotto? I'm like, Ariana, what are you doing here? All right. It's 2:10. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you, Miss Dash, and thank you, Jasmine, for those gifts. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, SYD. I still need to know what they stand for, because you never, I think you did tell me. I got a bad memory. Thank y'all for liking it. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the heart. Let's get into it. First off, where y'all at right now? Where y'all at? Before we get started, where y'all checking in at? We got about 200 of y'all up in here. Where y'all checking in at? I see Nick from New York. I see North Carolina, ATL. I see Jersey. Tay from Baton Rouge. Red from North Carolina. Bonnie from Virginia. Miss Ma'am from New York. Get off my screen. Lux Tyler from Florida. Betsy, it's moving. It's New York. Philly. Kim from Rehoboth. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Kesha from North Carolina. Lydia from Allen. Oh, wait. Hey, Lydia. I see Atlanta. I see Minnesota, New Orleans, Tallahassee, Alabama, Tennessee, Baltimore, Alabama, California, Texas. I see Kansas and Houston and Chicago, Pittsburgh, Kentucky. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. What are y'all drinking on? What are y'all drinking on? Right now I have, this is rum and orange Fanta. Or no, Sunkiss. I see sweet tea, grape juice, water, Hennessy, lemon drops. I keep hearing him lemon drops. I don't know what that is. Sprite, on the rock, strawberry daiquiri, limerita, iced coffee. That's good. I had that earlier, Lux Tyra. Grape Dayton, I don't know what that is. Watermelon, choice. Is that a drink or are you actually eating a watermelon? Let me know. Reposado, I don't know what that is. Water, moonshine, damn. That's a heavy ass drink. Tequila, sangria, Pepsi, South Africa. What's happening in South Africa? Who's that? Ketibone, hey, Ketibone. Pink Moscato, Cran something, Lulu. I don't know what none of this is. All right. It is 2:12. Let's go ahead and get into the story, y'all. Let's go ahead and get the story. So, all right. Today's story, we're going to be talking about Travis Lewis. Who's ever heard of Travis Lewis? Who's heard of Travis Lewis? Has anybody ever heard of Travis Lewis? Never. Nope. Not me. Where he from? This is from Arkansas. No. Good. I never actually heard of him until I came across the story. So, somebody said the name sound familiar. Maybe. Somebody said yeah. Well, we're about to see. It is a very generic name. But let's go back in time. So this is gonna be kind of like a little bit of a history lesson, because I gotta tell y'all a few things before we can actually talk about, everything. So, in 1996, in Horseshoe Lake, Arkansas. Let me go pull up Horseshoe Lake. This is Horseshoe Lake. Well, this is the Google Map version of Horseshoe Lake. And as you can see, it's literally shaped like a horseshoe, which I thought was pretty good. And Horseshoe Lake is right over there. Yeah. It's actually not the whole Horseshoe Lake. Horseshoe Lake, Arkansas is a small little settlement right over there. If you can see. Oh, thank you for that. If y'all can tell. So, in Horseshoe Lake, Arkansas, is right across the Mississippi border. It's by Glover and Penton, Mississippi. So, there's at the bottom, there's a river right here. That's the Mississippi River. And I think Glover was down here and Penton is up here. So, it's like right across from there. Okay? Now, it's like I said, it's named Horseshoe Lake because it's literally off a lake that's shaped really like a horseshoe. That's really cool. It's a small town with a population in 1996 was only 273. So it ain't a whole lot of people there. And even today in 2020, the population is only 264. Very small town. The people that are there do not leave. They don't go nowhere. Now, a lot of people there, I don't know, how many, but a lot of people there actually got money because they are retired, and their houses that are up there, the houses that are actually in Horseshoe Lake are like retirement homes and vacation homes, because it's even though it is not a whole lot of people, it's very pretty out there. A lot of these, they live right there on a big old lake. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Now, one of the families that actually stay there are called the Snowdens, which Snowden is in my opinion, a really cool last name. Thank you, Big Lotta, for that rose. I appreciate you for that. Oh, y'all, we're at 9,000 likes, right under 10,000. Y'all know I need to get at least 100,000. Y'all waiting on. Let's get to it. Likes are a very amazing way to help your boy out. The more you like it, the more other people can see it. So let's tap that screen, all right? Let's tap. Do the tip tap. Now, the Snowdens. We got to talk about the Snowdens a little bit. The Snowden is the family that we're going to be talking about in this particular story. The Snowdens were descendants of this dude. His name was Robert Borgardus Snowden. I know it sounds like a very powerful name, but he was actually a colonel in the Civil War. So he was for the Confederate, I'm pretty sure, because it's down here in the South. His family is around Memphis and that part of Tennessee and this part of Arkansas. So, yeah, they were a well-known and wealthy family in Horseshoe Lake. And they lived on this massive estate. I mean, it is a big old house that is called the Snowden home. It's 6,000 square feet. It's 3 stories. And I actually have a picture of that right here. Oh, mama. Is master gonna sell us tomorrow? Yes, yes, yes. Ass kind of house. And y'all may be wondering, oh, he's just joking because it looks like, no. It doesn't just look like. It was literally, it is, well, I guess at the time, it was a plantation. This is where all the niggas was at. Y'all know them right now, y'all go outside, where the niggas at? They was here. It was a cotton plantation. It's a 1,000-acre cotton plantation. Or it was. So yeah. They was really out there going, oh, mama, is master gonna sell me? Yeah. But it was set on 1,000 acres. It's right there on the lake. Let me show y'all another picture. Oh, wait. This is a nice, there's a picture here. I'll show y'all the other picture because it's right there on the lake. Y'all see the lake over there? Now, even though it's a plantation, I'll still live there. I'll pack this house up and I'll be down there this afternoon. Do y'all not understand me? And if any one of y'all say y'all wouldn't either, you some filthy liars. Okay, we don't do liars on this place. You know how big that house is? 6,000 square feet. And all 3 of the houses I've ever lived in, now one of them have 6,000 square feet combined. And you talking about one house? Shit. Look, I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care. Now, granted, me being black, my ancestors, they may whip my ass getting up there. I mean, like, wow, every step. Like, get back, bitch. But I'm getting in that house. I'm going to get in that house. The freak, what I look like? That's a big old house. On 1,000 acres, I'll sell half of those acres and be well off. Half. And still have 500 acres. Y'all crazy. You light skinned, they might mistake you for master. No, I don't know about that. But for real, and if y'all want to stay there with me, I'll take this room. Y'all take that room down there. And other people can take the room down the hallway. It's a lot of rooms. But anyway, let's keep on going. It was a plantation. And yeah. So now, I got to talk about I'm going to go back to this picture here because I like this picture better of the house. So, I gotta talk about the Snowden's family lineage for just a second. Just so we get from the plantation to modern times here. Alright? Alright. So, Robert, what's his man's name is? Robert Borgardus Snowden. He met this woman, her name was Ann. So him and Ann, and all these people, they got money. These are not poor people, of course, they got a plantation. But I mean, like his, I think Ann's father built a train, a railroad from Memphis down through Tennessee, and they named a whole city after his wife's dad. Like there's a whole city in Arkansas, not Tennessee, in Arkansas, named after the dad. So like, yeah, like these people got money, okay? But anyway, so Robert met Ann. They had 5 kids. Now, one of those kids was Robert Borgardus Snowden II. Oh, thank you for those. Thank you for those banners. Y'all, we have 30,000 likes. Let's keep it going. Now, Robert Borgardus Snowden II had some kids with this woman. His name was Grace. So Robert II and Grace, they had 4 kids. Yeah, Robert, Sally, Edith, and Dorothy. Okay? Now, we don't care about those 3. We want this one right here. We want Sally. The storyline starts with Sally. Alright? Y'all paying attention? Paying attention? Class, are you paying attention? It's always Sally. You got that on right, it's Sally. Alright. Now, Sally. Alright, so now we're talking about Sally. I can put Sally up on here. This is Sally. Everybody say hey to Sally. I mean, she's dead, but her ghost is probably watching. So, Sally, she was married to this dude. His name was David McKay. Now, David McKay was an actor. I should have actually looked up what type of movies and stuff that David McKay was in, because apparently he was somewhat famous. I've never heard of it. This is well before my time. But she was married to this dude, and that was David McKay, who was an actor. After they broke up and divorced, she actually moved back into the Snowden home, which the big old house I just showed. She moved back into the Snowden home. Now, Sally was a smart bitch. She was very smart. She had a ton of rental houses and rental properties and just properties in general. All right? She had a ton of those, a lot of those around Lake Horseshoe Lake, Arkansas. Okay? Y'all following me? She had a whole lot of properties. We're going to get into more about the properties in just a second. But now I got you to Sally. Let's keep this story moving. Y'all want to see my birth certificate? What the hell y'all talking about? Oh, hey, I finally caught you live. How you doing, real? Tell Sally to stop looking at me like that. Sally. She's like, ooh. She's like, sing that Negro song again. Just one more time. She's like, sing that shit. All right, now, Sally, sit down. All right. Now, we have to get to September the 10th of 1996. All right. Now we in the 90s. We went all the way from the civil rights and the Confederates all the way to the 90s. We in the 90s. We in this bitch. September the 10th of 1996, police get a phone call about a fire on the property. The fire on Snowden House, in the Snowden House. You know, it's a small community, so people are they nosy as hell. You know, they see all this shit going down. So as soon as they notice a fire, they call the police. Now the police that run down there, you know, get down there real quick. They showed it with the fire department, and when they got to the house, they're, you know, setting out the fires, doing all this type of stuff, you know, putting the fires out and all this shit. And, you know, after they putting the fires out, they're looking around trying to figure out what started this fire. They look, and they found a badly burnt body. the body of Sally. She was gone, of course, because she was badly burned. Okay? So the police are like, whoa, like what the hell is going on? Like, there's a body here. And they keep looking. And right around from Sally, they found a second body, badly burnt. I mean, these badly burnt, okay? So, she wasn't alone. The second body that they found was her nephew. His name was Joseph Lee Baker. Now, who is Joseph Lee Baker? Let me go over here. Joseph Lee Baker. Oh, Sally. I'm going to put the picture down here so y'all can kind of see me. Can y'all see Joseph? Y'all can see Joseph okay from right here? Can y'all see Joseph's picture okay? All right, sit your asses down. We gotta go. We gotta go for the story. So, Joseph Lee Baker. Joseph, let me make it look just a tad smaller. Make it all right there. Okay. So now Joseph, he was well known as a blues and rock guitarist around the Memphis area. He was very well known. He liked to play the blues. He was in a lot of bands and shit like that. But he also was an English teacher at Hughes High School. Okay? He was an English teacher at Hughes High School. Now, he had a band. He first started off with a band named Moloch. I think that's how you pronounce it. M-O-L-O-C-H. I think it's Moloch. He started out with Moloch, and they debuted at the Memphis County Blues Festival in 1969. And from 1969 on up until now, he had been in several different bands. He even had a band of his own, and he was really, really good. People really liked him. Like I said, he was pretty well known, especially in that area. So he was married. He was married to his wife, and he had 3 kids. 3 boys, as a matter of fact. 3 boys. Okay? And he also lived in Horseshoe Lake. Okay, so they were like, okay, they got Sally over here. Sally's to a crisp. Now they got Joseph to a crisp. Now, why was Joseph there? So August the 12th of 1996. So we have to actually jump back a month prior to just a little over a month, because this is right under a month. August the 12th of 1996. So around Horseshoe Lake, there was a whole lot of burglaries that was going on. So a lot of people's houses were getting broken into, and a lot of things were being stolen. And nobody really knew what was going on. They really didn't find out who was doing it. It is what it is. Now, Joseph and his family, they had actually gone out of town. They went out of town for, I'm not sure exactly where, but they just weren't at the house. And while they were gone, their house had gotten burglarized, and whoever robbed the house, they set the house on fire. So they robbed the stuff, they set the house on fire. Now, since he kept a lot of money and valuables and memorabilia inside the house, they pretty much, came to the conclusion that it was a robbery, and then they set the house on fire to cover the robbery. Okay? Now, one of the valuables that was inside of the house was this guitar. And this guitar was irreplaceable. It was a signed guitar that was owned by Furry Lewis. Y'all ever heard of Furry Lewis? Do y'all know who Furry Lewis is? Does anybody know who Furry Lewis is? Oh my gosh. I can't believe y'all don't know who he is. Honestly, I'm just playing with you because I didn't know neither. I had never heard of Furry Lewis before this thing. But apparently, Furry Lewis was some sort of... somebody say I'm sorry to that man. Apparently, Furry Lewis was some sort of... he was a famous blues musician as well. And, it's blues. Outside of the old people and the country people, who really listens to that? Hey, some people said it. Hey, bluegrass. Somebody asked if he was white. I don't know. I didn't look up a picture. All I know, Furry. The only person I've ever heard in my life named Furry. And last name is Lewis. I wonder if he's related to Travis Lewis. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. But anyway, So they had pretty much come to the idea that the house was burned down due to a burglar, and the burglar had, oh, thank you for that heart. Every time that happens, I could feel it. Like, I promise you, I feel it. It's so weird. But they had come to the conclusion that the burglar had robbed their house and then burned down the house to try to cover the evidence of what they had done. Now, after they lost everything, Joseph and his wife, and put Joseph over here. After they lost everything, Joseph and his wife and his kids, because they have no place else to go, they moved in one of Sally's houses. They moved into one of her houses. Remember, she has a lot of different houses and a lot of different properties. These are very wealthy people. Well, she's a very wealthy person. So, yeah. This is what happened. So he and his family moved into a cabin about 100 yards away from the Snowden house. She was living in the Snowden house. He was living in a cabin about 100 yards from the Snowden house. Now, they call it a cabin, but knowing that it was a plantation, it was probably a slave quarters. If we just being honest. It was a slave quarters. That's what it is. Y'all, we are at 54,000 likes. Thank you. But let's keep it going. Let's at least get to 100,000 likes before the end of this live. Let's at least get to 100,000 likes before the end of this live. All right. So, let's go back to the day of the unaliving. The day the police show up and they find the two burned bodies. They're trying to figure out, why was he there? So, it's believed at this point in time that Joseph, after pretty much a month living in the cabin about 100 yards away from the house, had went to Sally's house, the Snowden mansion, the Snowden plantation house, to talk business, whatever the business was with her. But when they went into the house, because Sally had just arrived, he showed up. When they went into the house, they found the house was being burglarized while they walked in. So when the house was being burglarized, the burglar said, oh shit. I got to step back just a second. I got to step back just a quick second. The police are looking at the bodies, right? They see the bodies are badly burned. While they are, doing their investigation and they do the autopsies and stuff like this, they see not only were the bodies burned, but the reason why the bodies were burned was they believed was to cover the evidence. The evidence was that both of the bodies had been just taken out. And then after that, they were set on fire to cover the trails, or trying to cover their evidence that they were pew-pewed. So this is where we're getting to where he showed up to talk to her about some business, and they caught the burglar in the middle of the act. The act then turned around, bow, and then set him on fire. All right. Now, after the burglar had set the house on fire, they stole the car and they left. Okay? When the police get there, they're looking at the bodies. Before they know that the bodies had this happen to them, they're looking around. They're trying to figure out, what's missing, what's going on. And they realize that the car, Sally's car is missing. They don't know where the car is. So, they look for the car. No one can really find it until a neighbor had called the police. I'm not sure if it was the same day or if it was a couple days after, but a neighbor had called the police and they were like, hey, I found Sally's car. Sally's car was about a mile down the road and it was flipped over in a ditch. So whoever was driving the car was driving very fast, or didn't know how to drive, or maybe a combination of the two. And then while they was driving, they boom, they hit a tree, flipped that bitch, and it flew into a ditch. So then also the person who was driving the car, they didn't have a seatbelt on. So when the car flipped, the head said bow, and it hit the windshield. So there was a big old head print in the windshield where the person slammed head first into the windshield. You would hope that would have been the end of it, but apparently not. It was not the end of it. Because there was nobody in the car. So even though they know what was happening. They don't know who did it, but they were able to get some fingerprints off of the driver's door, and they were able to get some DNA. The DNA was hair, and I'm assuming the hair is from slamming his head into the doggone windshield. Okay, I'm assuming that's what it was from. All right. So now, let's keep going. Let's keep on going. So now the police, they now have the bodies, they now have the car, but they don't have anyone who's actually dead. So they started their investigation. They started questioning everybody who was there. Everybody that, they knew, family members and stuff like that. And now they got to, Sally had a housekeeper, a black woman. The family probably never left the plantation. But a black woman stayed there. Well, she didn't stay there. She was the housekeeper. Her name was Gladys. Now, Gladys's family, Gladys's mom and dad, did stay in a property that was owned by Sally. So they most likely rented out a slave quarter. I wasn't able to get a picture of the house. I'm just using brain power here. I could be slightly off about it being a slave quarter. But remember, it was a plantation. Plantations have... It was a plantation. The plantations are... whatchamacallit. It was a plantation. Plantations, they have houses. They have houses. And then on top of those houses, the little, not houses, slave quarters. She had all these properties and stuff right there for people to stay in. So that's what we're looking at. I think that's what it is. I don't know yet. But let's keep on going. So Gladys, she's the maid. And Gladys goes in and she's like, "Sugar, I don't know what the hell happened. You immediately go, I don't get in white folk business." She was like, "I don't do that." And so she's like, "What, whatever." So the police, they asked me, like, "Okay, well, do you know who else could have been here?" She was like, "Honey, I don't know who else could have been here." I was like, "Okay, do you have any kids?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a son. Travis, I got one." And it's like, "Well, where's Travis?" And she was like, "Well, Travis is at school." And they was like, "Okay, cool. So, they question everybody. Joseph also has sons, so they question the sons. They go and question, they question Travis. And, it's kind of like, they're asking everybody. All right? Give me just a quick second, y'all. All right, so they go and ask Gladys, and they ask them the questions, and everybody's good, whatever. Now, eventually, they started looking into Travis. Now, why they start looking into Travis? Okay. After about a month, no one could really figure out who was doing anything. How everything was kind of connected. They still ain't have a real suspect. So they're going after Travis at this point in time. I wasn't able to figure out what exactly brought them to Travis at this exact point. Follow me, stay with me. But let me put Travis back on here so y'all know who I'm talking about. But they went after him. Now, Travis at the time, he had just turned 16. So at the time of the unalivings, Travis was 15. And they're finally going through their rounds and they come across Travis, all right? So they asked Travis, they were like, "Hey, what was going on?" Travis like, "I was at school. I don't know nothing about nothing. I ain't do nothing." They did a polygraph test on him and he actually passed. And so for now, after he passed his polygraph test, they were like, "Okay, we're going to leave you alone." For those of y'all who know, polygraph tests were widely used. I don't think they're as widely used now, simply because, they're not that reliable. I think they may still use them, but I don't think not as much. But he did do the polygraph test, and he passed. So, I guess, whatever. Now, Travis was also friends with Joseph's sons. Remember, Joseph had 3 sons. He was friends with Joseph's sons because they was all about the same age. And Travis also attended Hughes High School. And Joseph, remember I told you Joseph was an English teacher at Hughes High School. Travis was a student in English. Joseph was his teacher. So he knew the family. And then his mom, Gladys, and his grandparents stayed in one of the properties that was owned by Sally. So he was one of the, they kind of brought him back in there real big time. And he already had a criminal record. He had a criminal record which included a conviction for assault. I was trying to figure out who exactly who ass he done beat up, but I couldn't figure out whose ass he done whooped. But he beat somebody's ass, and he had a conviction for assault. At 15, mind you, all right? So this is a young, abusive little boy, all right? So the police, after they brought him in for the polygraph test, and they figured, then he passed, they let him go, but they still kept their eye out on him. And they're still looking around doing their investigation until they finally got a tip that brought him back. All right, the tip that brought him back. While they're doing their investigation, they're checking to make sure everybody's alibis check out. And remember, what did I tell you Travis said? He said he ain't know nothing about it. Where was he? Who remembers what I said? Who remembers what I said? Where was Travis? What did he say he was? Where did he say he was at? Good. Good. He was at school. Y'all are paying attention, class. Thank you so much, class. All right. So, yeah, they say he was at school. So, they checked with the school to see if this boy was actually at school. They called the school, to answer the phone. They're like, hey, where was Travis' ass? And they was like, that nigga went here. So, Travis had actually been suspended from school on the day of the unalivings. He said he was at school. But the school said, no, we kicked his ass out. He wasn't here. So now the police like, he's slick, nigga. So they go back and they get Travis. Now, when they go and get Travis the second time, they do the polygraph test again, because remember, this is the 90s. They did this a lot. They do the polygraph test, and this time, he failed that hoe. So now they like, gotcha, bitch. And, they keep questioning him, and he was like, you know what? Fine. I did it. He confessed. He told him that he actually did it. He told them that he was there and he was in the middle of robbing them and they walked in. And now, he also said this. Keep this in mind. He said he was there. So he said he was there. Not that necessarily that he did. He said that he was there with his friend who was an adult. So this unnamed adult, which he knew somehow. I try to figure out who this adult was. Trying to figure out why would he put this person in there. But just follow me. He said he was there with his friend who was an adult. And they were robbing the house. Sally and Joseph walked into the house. And then he said the friend had the pew-pew. And then pow-pow. And then after that, they set the bodies on fire to try to cover the tracks. Okay? So the police like, okay, give me a name. And they was like, give me the name. And he was like, okay. So he gave the police a name. The police started doing the research. And then they found this guy. And they checked with this guy. This guy had a rock solid alibi. He was like, I don't know what this man talking about. Niggas would try to throw you under the bus for no reason. For no reason. He said somebody who wasn't even there was there. And just try to get him off him. But it was very easy for the police to realize that the man was lying. So when they went in, they just lying. Look at y'all lying ass niggas talking about his paid off, but his fine ass lying ass nigga. Like, how you gonna just sit there and lie on somebody like that? But yeah, so when they found out the other person was telling the truth, so they was like, okay, cool, baby. And then they brought back to him. They knew he was lying. All right. Now let's keep on going. We're not done with this story. We're only about halfway. All right. So now, dang, would these people stop trying to get up in this thing? Turn off. All right. So now that they realized that he was not that the other person was not there and he acted alone, he was being charged because he was 15 and at the time of the unalivings, they charged him as an adult. And in the state of Arkansas, if you get charged with something like this as an adult, you are facing the end it all sentence. So that's exactly what he was facing. So now everybody's freaking out. His mama got up in there and said, my baby ain't never did nothing to nobody. Nobody! And she was like, he ain't never hurt nobody a day in his life. He don't deserve this. At least that's what I'm pretty sure she was saying. I say, get rid of it. That's what I say. But anyway, now the people who really fought to not end it all was the McKay family. The McKay is the Snowden family. It's the next person I'm going to bring up in just a second. Actually, let me go ahead and show you her picture so you know who I'm talking about. So this is Martha. Martha McKay. Martha is the daughter of Sally. She's Sally's daughter. Sally's daughter. So Martha got up in there. Now Martha, she is a long-time Buddhist. She's a Buddhist. So she's out there praying to Buddha. And she goes, you know what? Buddha does not want us to have any hatred towards other people. So in the teachings of Buddha, I'm going to forgive your black ass. Cool beans. So her and her family, they fought heavily and even begged the judge to take away the end it all sentence. She was like, he just need rehabilitation. You know, niggas are wild people. You have to teach them how to be respectful people in society. Don't kill that nigga. Let me love it out of him. That's what she literally saying this, all right? Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. That's what she was saying. She was like, he needs rehabilitation. So because of this, and along with the prosecutors and the lawyers and the judge and whatever, they decided instead of doing that, Travis took a plea deal. So instead of the end it all sentence, he got 28 and a half years in prison, but he was eligible for parole after serving 70% of his sentence. So 70%, I had to ask Google. 70% of 28 and a half years is 19.95 years. So basically 20 years that he had to sit in prison before he was eligible for parole. Okay? So, yeah, that was it. While he was in jail, they sentenced him, 28 and a half years while he was in jail. Martha, she went and visited him in jail. She had to check on her nigga. She had to make sure she keep these niggas in check. And, she's running a business here. Also, while she was checking on Travis while he was in prison, she also came back and took over the estate. Okay, she took over the Snowden house. Now, Martha, she came through. The house was on fire, so she came through. She renovated it and she fixed the house, and she turned the house into an Airbnb, not an Airbnb, a bed and breakfast. She turned it into a bed and breakfast, which I thought was an odd choice, but, whatever. She didn't want to live in a bigger house by herself. So she actually stayed in one of the smaller houses. And I think she stayed in the smaller houses. One source said the smaller houses. One source said she stayed in one of the rooms in the bed and breakfast. I was a little iffy on that. But I believe she stayed in one of the houses, that she owned off of the property or near the property. But she came... Where is he? She came to him. After 22 years, he was released from prison. He left his prison husband, and he was a free man now. But he was institutionalized. He didn't know what to do. So Martha, being the saint that she is, she came up to him. She was like, you know what? You have been in prison since you were a teenager. Thank you for that. Thank you, Camilla. Thank you for that. So she was like, you know what? You've been in prison since you were a kid. You don't know nothing. Let me get these hands and mold you into a productive member of society. She put up her hands like this, and he was like, well, thank you, sir. He said, thank you, sir. I don't know what I'm going to do. So he accepted it. She offered him a job. She gave him a job. So and I thought it was full circle because their family owned niggas. And then after the niggas were free, some of them niggas came back to work because his mom was a maid, and then he came back as a groundskeeper. I mean, full circle. Full circle. Room and board. Everything. I think that's awesome. I think that's pretty doggone awesome. You get a job. working beside your mama. Yeah, I think it's great. Now, like I said, Martha couldn't stand seeing a nigga in need, so she gave him a job back on a plantation with where his family was. So he was, like I said, he was a groundskeeper, so he was doing that, and his mom was still there, Gladys. Now, Gladys, his mom, she was upset. Oh, we had 100,000 likes. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank y'all for 100,000 likes. Thank y'all for 100,000 likes. Hey, hey, y'all the best. We the best music. We the best. Another one. Y'all amazing. For real, for real. All right. Let me keep going. So Gladys was upset. She told Martha, Gladys, his own mama, went to Martha and said, just stay away from Travis because he's going to go back to his old ways. So basically she said, bitch, don't let that nigga back up in here. Once a nigga show you who he is, he's been in jail since he was 16. She said, don't let that nigga back up in here. But Martha was a Buddhist. And Buddha says, love everybody and forgive everybody. And she took her religion seriously. Okay? And so she did what she thought was best. March the 25th, 2020. It was a Wednesday. It was about 77 degrees. The sun was shining. The birds were chirping. People were probably out there on the lake doing horseshoe lake shit, you know? An alarm sounded off. Started buzzing. So the police at the police station, the alarm go off, and they're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? So they answer the call. The alarm is coming from the Snowden house. So the police, they get in, they whoop the wagon. They drive down to the Snowden house. You know, they drive down to the Snowden house. After they get there, they bust inside. Arms drawn. Bust inside, looking like this. Like, what's going on? They're looking around the house. They don't see nothing. But the alarm is going off, right? So they walk around. One's like, I'll check downstairs. You go upstairs. One of the dudes go upstairs. He gets to the top of the stairs. And at the top of the stairs, he sees this rolled up blanket. This rolled up blanket that was drenched in red bodily fluids. Also, beside the blanket on a chair, there is a bag. It's like a sock, like a sackcloth. It's filled with valuables and all type of shit. Turn around, and all they see is a nigga jumping out the second story window. Whoo! Now, jumping out the second story window. Y'all see how big this damn house is? Who jumping out a window? I guess when niggas... I don't know. But the man jumped out the window. He jumped out... Who? I wouldn't... At first I wouldn't have been there. That nigga would have stayed in jail. Actually, he would have been gone. My family wouldn't have... My family... God said forgive, and that's great. He ain't say people don't need to be punished for what they did. My family like, no, keep that nigga in there. All right? But anyway, they turn around, and they see a nigga jumping out of a second story window. So the man, I mean, he dives like Michael Phelps, straight through the air. Woo! So the police, they go chasing after the man. I don't know what he landed on, but he runs out the window, runs out the house, or I don't know what he landed on. He runs to a car. There's a car out there. He runs to the car, jump in the car. The police chase him. He was able to crank the car up, and he started trying to drive. Just like at 15 years old, a nigga can't drive. Just because remember, at 15 years old, he drove that car down the road and flipped it a mile down the road and hit a tree. He can't drive. So, and he been in jail since then. He ain't learned how to drive. So now he getting behind the wheel of this car. The car goes, and now the car's stuck in the road in the yard. I don't know what it's stuck on. I tried to see if it was raining that day. Which, did you know that you can Google the weather of certain days? You can just Google it. So I was like, wow, that's how I know it was 77 degrees. It was sunny. You know, I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I was thinking, was the ground moving? Was it wet? Was there some mud somewhere? I was trying to figure out why does it, how? But he could not get the car to move. So now, the police, they made it to the car, right? So the police made it to the car. They at the driver's side. I don't know why they weren't doing this while they was running up. I guess they wanted to, they ain't wanted no police brutality over there in Horseshoe Lake. Or Lake Horseshoe, whatever the hell his name is. But the police didn't do this number here. They actually did the right thing. They trying to chase him, man. So they were coming through the driver's side. This man jumped through. He loved jumping through windows. He jumps through the passenger window and crawls out of the car, right? So now, he's outside of the car. Nigga is looking. He's thinking, what can I do? Where can I go? Y'all, what is one thing black people do not mess with? Answer the question. What is one thing black people do not do? You know the answer. I'm so glad y'all know the answer. I'm so glad y'all know the answer. What do you think this nigga did? What do you think he tried to do? What do y'all think he tried to do? He saw Lake Horseshoe, and maybe he was like, I'm about to break a 1,000-year curse. I'm gonna be the first nigga to swim across a lake. That man went in that water and drowned. He went down and never came back up. Immediately, they said he jumped in. Now, look, also, it's the police's word. It's the police's word. I slick think they did him in there and threw his ass in that water. That's what I slick think. But I know niggas can't drive. If I can save myself if I have to swim about 50 feet. I can save myself. 51 feet and I'm drowning. You don't understand it. And I'm doggy paddling. Actually, no, I can do this. I just can't do it for long. They watched him. See, they said he ran after he ran out the car and started running. The police chased him. He ran to the water and jumped in the water. And they say he went down and didn't come back up. So maybe niggas got gills. Who knows? So the police, they doing this number here. They doing this number here. He ain't coming back. So. Hold on. I told you this whole story and I ain't even have to look at this because it was just so interesting when I was going through. So the police, they couldn't find him. So they got the Arkansas Game and Fish and they got the Crittenden, I think that's how you pronounce it, Crittenden County Search and Rescue. They had to go out there with a sonar and guess where they found him? It's on a plantation. The water's by the plantation. He was wading in the water. Wading in the water, children. In the water. He was under that water just like this. So, now at the time, the police did not know who this man was. They was like, hey, we just seen a nigga running out of a plantation. What year is it? They was like, what year is it? They're like, what year is it? Like, man. Because, you know, they trying to figure out. They was like, what? And so they went after... After they were able to find the body, or they get his body, after the Arkansas Game and Fish and the Crittenden County Search and Rescue they used a sonar and they went and they found him. They later identified him as Travis Sante Lewis. I'm not too crazy about the last name, the middle name, excuse me. Sante, Santay, S-A-N-T-A-Y. Sante, or is it Sante? I don't like that name. If you have that name, nothing against you. He's a bad person. So, they're like, oh, gosh, we got him. And they're thinking it was just a simple unaliving. Until they found out that Martha had a diary. Let's go back to Martha here. So they go back to Martha. They go back to over here. They go to Martha's diary. Now Martha likes writing her diary. She's a diary gal. She's like, hey, dear diary, today I got my period. I thought I was done with that 20 years ago. That type shit. No, not Martha. That's Sally. My bad. This is Martha. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It was Martha. I just had the wrong picture. But the smile throws them off. So Martha, like I said, she's writing her diary, about boys and period and type shit. And they found out that Martha had, after she had him in the house, everything was good for a little bit. But Martha is a rich bitch. And rich bitch got rich bitch shit. One of the things that this rich bitch had was a chandelier. She sold a chandelier for $10,000. $10,000. She sold a chandelier for $10,000, right? Selling it for $10,000. The day she sold it, she walked into the house and Gucci Mane, what that man at? No, they don't like Gucci Mane. Who like Meek Mill? And Meek Mill was up in the house. He saw that money. He said, I used to pray for times like this. Like he saw that money. He was ready for it. And she said, "Ho, nigga." She said, "Nigga, this is my family's money. You are not touching my family's shit." That's what she told him. And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, massa. I'm sorry, ma'am." So I'm a changed man. I'm not gonna do none of your shit. And she was like, type shit. So instead of Martha, let me go back to Martha here. Instead of Martha, and I'm not blaming her, this is the 90s. No, this is in 2020. Instead of Martha putting it in her bank, she trusted a nigga that was in jail for 20 years that took out her mama because Buddha told her to. She trusted him. And instead of putting it in the bank, she hid it in the house. I was trying to figure, I don't know why I think she put it under her mattress. I don't know if I read that somewhere or if that's just me thinking to myself. Because she put it somewhere in the house after she showed the man that she had 10 grand in cash. And so after she did this, either the same day or very shortly after, it had to be recent because it had to be very shortly after because I'm sure she was going to take the money to the bank. She discovered that the money was missing. So Martha comes back through the house and she gotta call all her niggas together. She goes, "Gladys, get your black ass over here." Now Gladys comes up. She's like, "Yes?" She said, "Where my damn money, bitch?" Now Gladys said, "Look here, hoe. I ain't touch your damn money. But I told you that no good son of mine was in here." She said, "I told you not to trust him." So she said, "You right, bitch. You right." She said, "Nigga number 2, get your ass over here." He came around there trotting. "Yes, sir?" She said, "Where my money at, boy?" He goes, "Oh, I ain't touch your money, sir. I ain't touch your money." She said, "You lying ass nigga." She kicked him out that same day and she fired him. She fired him the exact same day. So after she got her niggas in check, she fired him. So now he pissed off. He pissed off. So the man goes And I don't think she even got the money back. There was no reports that say she got that money back. She's gone. And obviously she ain't tell the police. She ain't filed a police report. So maybe he did give the money back and she didn't file a police report. I don't know. Okay, I can't find nothing that says that she got the money back. And I definitely don't see nothing that says that she filed a report, because they found out this through her diaries, because she was in that Dear Diary type shit. So now he's gone. He's pissed off. He's like, oh, I just got out of jail. I can't be doing this shit. Who gonna take care of me? He's mad. So I don't know where he got the money from. Well, he was a groundskeeper, so he had some money. So he went and he got substances. Okay? So some of the substances that he got substances that rhymes with methamphetamines. Beth. He got substances that rhymed with Rogaine. And he got substances that grow from the ground. 5 leaves on it. Like this. So, after he, Beth, Rogaine, and Nature's Trees had a ball, this man is out of his mind. He's like, oh, I'm about to go get that bitch. Man, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. So he go back to the house. He walk up in the house like this. And Martha turns around. She's like, said, nigga, didn't I tell you to get out of my house? He's like, what? And he got a sharp object. A sharp object. Remember, I told you one of the in the items that they found right beside her body that was rolled up, they found the sharp object covered in red bodily fluid. Oh, I don't think I told you that. They found a sharp object covered in red bodily fluid sitting on the chair, also with a sackcloth filled with valuables. So he came back to steal, kill, and destroy. The man is the devil. You know, as black people, we try to fight the good ones, the good of us. We try to fight off these stereotypes, and there's niggas like this come through. I mean, I don't know where Gladys Knight was. I don't know where Gladys was. Gladys probably got her black ass up out of there. She said, I'm not gonna be around for this nigga to come back through. So after she got done with her shit, she was gone. She was gone. And that's, yeah. And so, like I said, Meek Mill, he was wading in the water. And that was the end of his story. The police, it really sucked. I mean, the man took out the mom and the daughter, 22, 23 years apart. That's crazy, y'all. Crazy. All right. There was the first story. The second story is kind of funny. And it's a very short story. The second story only going to take a few minutes to go through. All right. Now, the second story we're going to be talking about this unnamed man. I found this story and I was like, what? This is funny as hell. I'm going to actually take this off. Hold on. How do you take this off? Take this off. All right. How do you take this picture off? Oh, there we go. So the second story, we're going all the way to Baranoa, Colombia. Baranoa, Colombia. So now we're in Baranoa, Colombia. We are at this hospital. They're there saving lives and shit. Type shit. I don't know why I like that phrase, type shit. But this hospital, they out there saving lives. They out there, people are coding left and right. They up there doing resuscitation, you know, trying to save people and all type of stuff. And all of a sudden, this dude walks up in the hospital, right? And he's hurt. He can barely walk. He's like, oh. He's grabbing his stomach. He comes in. He's like, nurse, I need a nurse. I need a medic. So the nurses, they rush over to help this man, right? They go to help this man. They're trying to figure out. They were like, what's going on? What's going on? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I can't walk. He's like, I can't walk. He's like, I'm having these bad pains in my stomach. And he said, I don't know. I need to help figure out what's going on with me. So the doctors, they take him to the back. They rush him off because this man, he's like in serious pain. They take him to the back. They're doing like tests and stuff like this, and they figure out there's like this mass inside this dude, and they're thinking, oh crap, it's cancer. So they're like, okay, don't panic. And they tell me like, we found this big old mass in here. He was like, oh shit. He was like, oh, I'm about to go in. And like, don't worry about that. We're gonna save you. We're gonna save you, sir. We're gonna save you, amigo. So they go back there. They get a CT scan, right? They do a CT scan. Here's the picture. I'm gonna show y'all the picture. They get a CT scan of his stomach and pelvic area. They see this right here. Now, before you guys go trying to report it, that is a cucumber. It is a cucumber. It is a cucumber. Okay? So now, they're sitting there, they don't know this yet. They see the mass and they're not sure what it is. So they're like, yo, we're about to go and do emergency surgery to figure out what's going on with you. And he's like, cool. They don't know. They just see a mass. They sedate the man. They put him under. He's gone. He's knocked out. Then they get up in there and they realize it's in the back. So instead of, going through the front, they go through the back like this. And they're like, peekaboo. They're doing this number here. And they was like, oh shit. It's cucumber type shit. So they pull the cucumber out, right? They pull out the cucumber, all right? When it comes out, it go. It makes a little pop sound when they pull it out. So now they wake the man up. The man wakes up hours later. He's like, oh, feels like I just shit a cucumber. And they're like, huh, guess what? And they pull out a cucumber. He looking at the cucumber, and they was like, we found a cucumber in your ass. Y'all know how big a fucking cucumber is? Have you ever looked at a cucumber? I like cucumbers. They're great for salads. You put cucumbers in salt and vinegar, salt, pepper, and vinegar, or you can put cucumbers in like hot sauce and stuff. Cucumbers are fucking amazing. I ain't never thought to stick one up my ass. So they're looking at him, they were like, yeah. And he was like, oh. He's like, I know what happened. He said, I eat a lot of cucumbers. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. He said, I eat a lot of cucumbers. He said, I ate a lot of cucumbers. He said, one of the seeds must have grown in my ass. He said, it didn't digest, and it grew in my ass. So he's sitting there, and one day he's like, just kind of looking back. He's like, what are you doing, step cucumber? What? So now the nurses, they looking at this man. They was like, we know what you are. They say, we know what you are. You don't have to lie type shit. So you don't have to lie type shit. We know you like to play hide the cucumber. It grew in his ass like the cucumber got an erection. Wow. Type shit. So, yeah. The name of that second story is Cucumber and the Booty Ass Nigga. Alright. He was better off saying he slipped and fell on him. Was he better off saying that? Was he really better off saying he slipped and fell on it? He was better off saying, he would have been better off saying, hell, I don't know. Shit. Type shit. Alright, y'all. Hey, Princess ain't been off saying nothing. He lost the bet. The bet was with himself. The belt was with himself. I wonder how it got that far up there, though. What you mean, how? It's in there. Type shit. Yo. On the flip side, look. Do you not realize how big a fucking cucumber is? Y'all not know how big them hoes get? I've seen a cucumber as big as my arm. Well, almost. Making a salad. He was tossing a salad is what he was more like doing. Oh, Lady Alicia, you said baby oil. I'm glad you say that. It's so crazy because now every time I think of baby oil, the only thing I think of is Diddy. Next week, I'm going to be doing a deep dive on Diddy. Let me talk about all the information that I know about Diddy. And stuff like that. So next week, we will be going down the Diddy rabbit hole. Okay? So if y'all want to know everything to know about Diddy, next week is the day to come. But unless this one of those baby cucumbers. Girl, does it look like a baby cucumber to you? What baby cucumber you know 8 inches? That's a whole pelvis. That's a whole pelvis. That's an adult cucumber. Exactly, an adult cucumber. I know R. Kelly fighting the air. Derek is still on the run. Did you do a story on him? I did, Guinevere. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did do a story on David, on Derek Groves. I did. You missed. That was like a month ago, I think. Maybe a little over a month. Are you sure it ain't a marrow? What's a marrow? I don't know what that is. That's not that surprising. Doctor in the ER. I've heard. Foot wash home wrong. Foot wash home wrong. What? Y'all losing me. I don't know what y'all talking about now. He should have tied a string on it. Don't give these people ideas. Oh, did y'all see somebody talking about Derek probably in Cuba? Oh, I thought I clicked on the picture. Man, I gotta separate my personal pictures from pictures I save. Alright. Did y'all see that New Orleans police may believe Derrick Rose may have changed his appearance? They believe that he may have looked at the appearance. And y'all know the crazy thing is, when at the beginning when I told you I chose Derrick Rose, I didn't personally say this, but a lot of people were saying that the reason why they think he hadn't been found because he looked like a stud and like he could just change into a girl. And I was like, everybody always talking about a man being a woman. Until I saw this and I was like, damn. Especially that third picture. Yo. If I saw that one, I wouldn't know who he was. I wouldn't know who he was. He ain't got enough hair to catch it. And need to go knowledge. He can put on a bust down. A bust down with the middle part. Derica. Call him Derica. Derica. What's his name is? Derrick Rose. Derica G. Y'all crazy. Y'all are absolutely out of your mind. Alright. We're about to go ahead and do the, I'm about to question y'all, give you guys a test. I'm going to give you guys a test. We're going to see who is paying attention. Who was paying attention. And who was not paying attention. Y'all ready? Are you ready for the test? Wait, I ain't studied. That's too bad. That's too damn bad. All right. Lady Alicia, why you ain't ready? Why you ain't ready? What's up, Des? It has been a long time, ain't it? Terry said, you laughing over the cucumber story. Latoya said, I just made it. I'm lost. You better figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Today. All right. She got you stuttering. I was hard to say that name. I came to that class today, teacher. All right, Jonathan Fletcher. We're going to see you paid attention. You know, attendance is only half of your point here. You also got to be able to take the test. All right, y'all already know the deal. I'm going to do about 5 or 6 questions. The first 3 correct answers that I see. I don't care how you see it on your screen. It orders on my screen a certain way. So the first 3 correct answers. All right. Talk about Travis. Travis. All right. What was the name of the city that this story took place in? How y'all write numbers and stuff already? I ain't even asked, man. What was the name of the city that this story took place in? Some of the type of shit. Da 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 da. All right, let's go ahead and go to the top here. Let's see. Lydia, where you been? You always getting first. I don't know why. Lydia said Horseshoe Lake, and she is absolutely correct. Elizabeth Roman said type shit. That is so fucking funny. But no. All right. Next. Kiara Caldwell. Horseshoe. I want to give you a point, Kiara. But it's not Horseshoe. It's Horseshoe Lake. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pass on that, Kiara. I'm so sorry. Ty Mac. Ty_Mac. What? Ty_MC. Horseshoe Lake. Guinevere says Snowy Hughes. I don't know. Arkansas. Horseshoe. Jordan says Horseshoe Lake. Correct. It was Horseshoe Lake. All right. Type shit. I find type shit so funny because I saw this video of these 2 people. They had their grandma saying these like millennial phrases. And the grandma, she's like shaking and she's holding a piece of paper and she goes, type shit. It is just so freaking funny to me. All right. Next question. How many acres was the Snowden house sitting on? The Snowden plantation. How many acres was it sitting on? I said it like 3 times. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, let's go ahead up. And I told you, I said I will sell off half and I will still have this amount of acres. I want to see who's paying attention. Dominique said 100. Wrong. Lydia says 1,000. Lydia again. Lydia with the rose. First place. The baby oil says says 1,000. Second place. And Ty_Mac or MC 1,000. Third place. Correct. And a couple people said 6,000. Where y'all get that number from? Somebody said 25. Somebody says 20. Oh hell. 6,000. The third person is 6,000. I did not say 6. Oh, y'all think it's 6,000 for the square footage of the house, not acreage. I'm about to say, where y'all get 6,000 from? The house was 6,000 square feet. They lived on 1,000 acres. All right. Third question. Let's see if y'all paying attention. All right, I'm gonna make this. I'll make this one a little harder. I'll make this a little harder. All right, so this is gonna be a hard question, and y'all may not get this one. I don't expect really anybody to get this. However, we're gonna see. When I was going down the family line, the family lineage, remember I started off with Robert and Ann. They had 5 kids. One of their kids was Robert Boris Snowden II. Snowden II got with Grace. They had 4 kids. One of those kids was Sally, which we all know in the story. Give me any of the other 3 children's name. Now I only said it once. Oh, somebody actually got it right. Somebody said O'Malley. What? Where y'all getting Joe from? Oh, y'all thinking about Joseph. No, I ain't talking about Joseph now. Da 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 da. All right. Time's up. Time's up. The only person that I see that got it right, because I don't see anybody else with the. Let me go back. Oh wait, I got 2 people. I got 2 people. Who's the first one? Go back up to the first one. Yo, all right. So the 4 children's names, like I said, outside of Sally, so the 3 other kids was Robert, Edith, and Dorothy. And I only have still just 2 people. So it's only 2 people I saw get it right. That was Lady _Lachey and Shar. It was SH with the @ symbol with the R. Y'all the only 2 people that I saw get right. Dorothy. So yeah, I only got 2 for that one. I tell you that was gonna be a hard one. Now the next one gonna be an easy question. I'm gonna give y'all an easy question. All right. Joseph Lee Baker. Pretty Eyes, where you say that at? Pretty Eyes, I don't see you up here. Where you at? I see Shar. Oh, damn, my bad. Pretty Eyes, hold up, baby. I gotta push everybody back. Cause Pretty Eyes, I guess it popped up too fast. I ain't see you. Thank you. You got me in check. First place is actually Pretty Eyes, Hazel Eyes. Pretty Eyes, you actually got it right. My bad. I did not see you. I saw John. I think maybe you may have popped up while I was scrolling down. Lady Lachey, I'm telling you for real. When I scrolled back up, she was actually before you. I didn't see it. She was up at the very, very top. I think I was scrolling when I got there. Don't be mad. Don't get upset with me now. All right. Fourth question. All right. Make this one a little easier. All right. Joseph Lee Baker. I told you he was in a band. And I also said that he worked at a school that he also attended. What was the name of the school? What was the name of the school? I said the school, I think 2 or 3 times. Horseshoe High School. Y'all funny as hell. Yeah. Y'all funny as hell. Martin Luther King School. Furry something. High school. I see 2 times. 3. I think I got all 3. Horseshoe High School. Y'all crazy here. First place. Nubian Queen. What's up, Nubian Queen? And it was Hughes. It was Hughes High School. Someone said Horseshoe High School. Martin Luther King High School. He taught English. Happy Day Learning Learning Academy. First something. High school. Y'all got it. Jordan was in second place. Jordan was in second place with Hughes. Delinquent High. And Genevieve came in third place. April V said middle school type shit. Yo, I'm too tipsy for y'all to be. Yeah, I'm too tipsy and it's too hot in this house for y'all to be over here to make me laugh like this. She said, April V said middle school type shit. Yeah. Yo. Furry type shit. Hoochie something. What the hell wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Whoa. Man, that man said hoochie coochie, hoochie coochie. I forgot type shit. Every time I see a word furry, I just can't. He went to ICDC. Ooh, y'all get on my damn nerve. Ooh. All right, that was question number 4. We got 2 more questions. 2 more questions. 2 more questions. All right. What was Meek Mill's? We're talking about Travis. What was his mom's name? What was his mom's name? Da 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 da. I see y'all with the shit. Y'all with the bullshit already. OJ High School. What the freak? I just got here and clearly missed the fun. It's Goldilocks and the Lioness. Oh, damn, you did. You missed it. But you can still stay. We having fun here. K-Bay. K-Bay is the first one I see as far as the names go. And she said Gladys. Correct. His mom's name was Gladys. Kiara Caldwell is second place with Gladys. And I don't know how y'all letting Jordan whoop y'all ass like this, but Jordan came in third place with Gladys. Correct. Let me see what y'all wrote. Someone say Gloria. No. Sally. Y'all know that ain't Sally. I see Gloria. Who says Gloria? There ain't no Gloria in here. Gertrude. And the Pips. Dorothy. Gertrude. Why is that Gertrude? First, Char. On here, I do not see you first, Char. It comes up as K-Bay. K-Bay. Hannah Louise. Hannah Louise. I don't know. I can't tell y'all why. I can't tell y'all why it ain't showing up like this. Alright, I'm gonna give y'all two more questions. I'm gonna make this one hard. I'm gonna make this one very, very hard. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. All right. So, I told y'all that he was charged as an adult. And because he was charged as an adult, he was facing the end of all sentence. But he took a plea deal. The plea deal gave him X amount of years. Don't worry about that X amount of years. The question is, he had to finish 70% of his sentence in order to get out. How long was 70%? Damn, Lydia came through already? And it has to be exact number. Da 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 da. All right. Let me see here. All right. Ooh, dang, y'all all the way up here. All right. Lydia says 19.5. Incorrect. Yeah, incorrect. 19, 19, 20, 15.9, 19.5. Nope. 20, 19.5, 19, 19.5, 20, 17, 22, 19, 20, 19, 22, 19.5, 23, 30, 19.5, 19.5, 20, 19.95. Kaliko is the first one to get it right. It was 19.95 years. Basically 20, but 19.95. Let me see who else got it right. 19, 19, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19 and a half, 19.75, 15 and a half, 40, 19.2. Damn, man, nobody got it. 25, 16.1, 20, 22, 17, 19.8. Damn, man, nobody got it. T was the second one I see getting it correct. 19.95. And K-Bay. K-Bay. I said 19.95. I just spelled the number wrong. How the hell you spell a number? Well, you can spell a number. How you do that? People cheating after you answer. I knew that. I know that's what y'all were doing. Bunch of cheaters. All right, one more question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6, but I'm gonna get a bonus question. This one is gonna be worth 2 points. Well, no, 3 points for number 1, 2 points for number 2, and third place will get 1 point. All right, I'm gonna make this one hard. I'm rating this one hard. I'm gonna make this one real hard. I'll make this one real hard. Let me see what y'all paying attention. All right. Okay. All right, this one is gonna be hard. It might be a little hard. We're gonna see. Name one, and you have to correctly name it. One of the 2 entities that search for his body. One of 2 entities. I told you it was 2 of them. And I said their names at least twice. Da 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 hey, da 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 da. All right. Let me see. If no one gets it right, I may ask you another question. But like I said, it has to be right. This is a hard one. This is no, because this is worth 3 points for the top. 3 points for the top, 2 for the second, and 1 for the last one. Love Nat says Crittenden, PD. Incorrect. I didn't know there was a pop quiz after. We used to do this all the time, Kill. Coast Guard. You know, good damn well, Daniqua. Coast Guard went out here. The Fisherman something. Hannah Louise. Close. Not really. K-Bay said Lake Horseshoe Police Department. No. Sharon said Fish and Game. Almost. Lady Leisha said Sonar Radar People. The baby said Paw Patrol. Dominique said Crittenden. Dominique, what you spell? Said Crittenden. I don't even know what you said. Kel Stratford, right, cheating. Cops, Game and Wildlife, Crittenden Police, Arkansas State Police, the Cajun Navy, Search and Rescue, Arkansas Wildlife Preservation. Close, no. GNA Search and Find, no. Crittenden Game and Fish, Crittenden. Lydia, you are very close. You're getting some stuff mixed up. And Fisherman, Arkansas Rescue, the Game Wardens, Crittenden PD type shit. I don't know why type shit is so funny to me. Tara said Crittenden PD type shit. Crime Stoppers. Scuba Steve. Ain't nobody got it right. Scooby in there. No. Professor Allen, I gotta use the bathroom. Here, take your hall pass. Take the hall pass. Type shit. Search and Rescue. Navy SEALs. Arkansas Search and Rescue. No. Type shit. Type shit Police Department. What? That's so freaking funny. No. His mom. Katrina said his mom. Hell no. Lydia's type shit Police Department. What is going on? Martha. Martha was gone. Oh, the IRS. No. Rescue no. Ghostbusters. Come on, y'all. Arkansas Wildlife Refuge. No, y'all are so close. You were dancing around the actual departments. You are dancing around the actual department. The A-team. Might as well then. Crittenden Wildlife Game Warden. No! Why you got his pick up here? Because this is the guy we were talking about. Arkansas Wildlife and Fisheries. You are so close. Calico. So close. I can tell who ain't calm. Gladys. Gladys is like, fuck them kids. She's like, I don't care. Gladys like, you shouldn't let his ass back up in here. Arkansas Wildlife and Fisheries. Very close, girly girl. Very close, girly girl. KB, the ID channel. Don't act like you ain't see my comment. Tierra, I ain't see what comment. Fire Department. I quit. G.I. Joe. Yo. Crittenden Wildlife and Fisheries. No. Man, at this point, y'all can Google the places that would help around this area. Barbie and Ken. I feel like I got it. Arkansas Wilderness. Arkansas Game and Fish. Thank you, girly girl, for finally getting the right answer. Girly girl came in first place. Arkansas Game and Fish was one of the two places that had got it. So, girly girl, come here, girly girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Arkansas wildlife and marine life. No. Game and wildlife. We struggling, ain't it? Yes, you is. He took a family and didn't get the daughter. Didn't get what? When he got out, the daughter gave him a job. I ain't gonna say stupid, but we're all thinking it. Arkansas wildlife and fishermen. No. Horseshoe Lake Police Department. Miss Rachel got her ass out there. And this is Dad. No, for this she would have like, this is nigga. Rachel would have said it what it is. I did Google after my first guess. Arkansas Demon Station. What? What she said? I Googled it. Arkansas Game and Fish. The baby oil. Oh, make sure that's right. Yeah. The baby oil came in second place with 2 points. Arkansas Game and Fish. Love underscore. Wait. Love underscore Nat 81. Wait, Nat 81 with hearts. Comes in third place with 1. The other one was the Crittenden County Search and Rescue. It was Arkansas Game and Fish and Crittenden County Search and Rescue. I said that 2 times when I came through. She cheated though. I said y'all couldn't cheat. What's his name? I missed the first part, but I think I heard the story before. His name was Travis. What's his man's name? Travis Davis? Travis Lewis. Travis Satani Lewis. Is it Satani? It's Sante. Not Satani. Satan Lewis, but I see what you did there. Cheaters always win. Yeah, I can't even lie to you on that one. All right, y'all. That has been fun. It is hotter than Satan's coochie in his house. So, I don't know if I'm going to stay here tonight. Sheesh. Whew, it is hot as hell in this bitch. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Your AC broke? Yeah, I told y'all reason I was late getting on because I had to call the AC people because whatever reason my copper pipe is frozen. I don't know if that means somebody tried to cut my line and it froze or what. I don't know, but it's frozen. Like the whole thing is froze. So like and the air that's coming out is just nothing. Or got a line in my leak. I don't know. Bombs. In this heat, absolutely, Lydia. Absolutely. And it was working fine yesterday. So I don't know. Your AC was too low. I don't know. You think that's what it is? It was only set at 65. AC went out, possible leak. Is 65 too low for this heat? Shit. Type shit. That freezes pipes. Even though it's set at 65, it ain't 65 in this bitch. It's like 80, bitch. Fine. Let me turn this thing off. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it off for a little bit and burn the hell up. Got dog type shit. That's cold as hell. What? First timer and new follower. April B. What's happening? You a new follower? What's up? Everybody say hey to April B. She's a new follower here. How long you been following April? How long you been following April? Miss Mika. Hold on, wait. Miss Miracle Gooseby is also a new follower as of this morning. Everybody say hey to Miss Miracle. Miss Miracle. Oh, wait. That's probably Marika. My bad. You know, I like Miracle. Miracle. Everybody say hey to Miss Miracle. And hey to April. So, for those of y'all who are new, I do this. I would try to do this every week, but because of my job, I'm not here a lot of the times. I'm only here maybe one day a week, and it can be any random day. So I don't get a whole lot of time here at my house. But if I'm here on Sundays, I definitely will come on here on live, and we talk about, just bad people type shit. And this is a fun time. So if this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that y'all enjoyed it because, this is what we do here. We talk a whole lot of smiggity smack. We go over stories, we break them down, and do a lot of things. So once again, if you're new here, I should be here next Sunday. Next Sunday, I'm going to be talking about P. Diddy. I'm going to be talking about P. Diddy. I'm going to go over his case a little bit. Not a lot. Now, I ain't going to go too deep because, you can talk for hours and hours about P. Diddy. But I'm going to go over some of the stuff that he talked about. Do y'all want me to have my friend back, the one that was here last time? Lord, it's so hard I can't even think of a name right now. Rashonda, do y'all want Rashonda to come here? I'm saying yes, no, yeah. Y'all think it'd be better for me to do it by myself? I'm saying about half and half. Or get a new, or my brother. I don't know if you was here when I got my brother on here one time. That man, he didn't let me tell no story. Yes, do it alone by myself. All right, I'm thinking everybody saying, I'm saying a lot of people saying do it by myself. All right, I'll do it by myself. Maybe if I have a little extra time, I'll have her on here for some other type shit. All right, y'all. It has been fun. We have been here for almost 2 hours. Y'all have dealt with me. You have listened to me. We have talked about 2 stories. We've talked about Meek Mill. And we've also talked about Hide the Cucumber. We've also talked about them. This guy right here, who the first known. Oh, thank you for that hat. No cap. He's the first documented case of a cucumber that grew in a rectum, according to him. So yeah. Hannah Louise, you're in London. Hannah, do you speak? I was about to ask the dumbest question. Of course you speak English. But do you have an English accent? Like, are you from London? Like, you live there? Or did you move there? Or are you from America? Okay? Because I have only talked to 2 people in my entire life. One person I didn't even see it was over the phone. They have an English accent. And I would love someone to get on here and be like, type shit. Hannah Louise, yes, born and raised. I'm so glad to have you. I really am glad to have you. I really am. Also, I need to do a South African story, so I'm going to be looking for one of those as well. I'll probably do a South African story week after next, but next week is going to be P. Diddy. Unless, do you want me to talk about P. Diddy next week, or do y'all want me to just talk about another case? Because I do have that video where I had asked you guys to give me a whole lot of suggestions, and I did get a lot, and I actually have some of that up in here I was doing research on, but I wasn't able to get enough of that, so I did this story that I had already started on. Another case instead of P. Diddy. Another case. Okay. I'm saying most of y'all saying another case instead of talking about P. Diddy. So, all right. And I ain't talking about another case right now. I'm talking about next week. Tired of hearing about P. Diddy. You know what? I'll accept that. Because he is all over the place. I'm diddied out. I'm tired of Diddy. Okay. I hear you. I accept you. It is what it is. So we're going to be done with Diddy. No Diddy. Fine. I will leave Diddy alone. And we'll leave that alone type shit. Who said that from South Africa? Guinevere? Where you at, Guinevere? Guinevere from South Africa. I gotta get a story from you. Also, Guinevere, if you got a case, suggest it to me. Cause one thing that I have the hardest time is finding stuff like in South Africa. Everything I Google, or when I try to search or whatever, it all comes up as like American first, and I'll try to go to South Africa. And the way the cases are, it's hard to find a whole lot of information. I guess I'll go back through Murderpedia. I can go back through there and try to find something. Cause I do want to do something for y'all. Do something for y'all very, very soon. But yes. Miss Nina, I'm glad to have you here. Thank y'all once again for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. I gotta get the hell out this hot ass house as of now because when I just turned my air off, it said 85 degrees. I'm burning up in this biscuit. So I will talk to you guys later. Today will be a great day to have a pool. Man, it'll be a good day to have a pool. I should have got that hot tub. Not a hot tub. I should have just got a pool. Wait, you're almost at 200,000. Dang, I didn't even realize that. We almost at 200,000? Huh, let me see. Let's see if I got something else to talk about. Type shit. See if I got something else to talk about. Hold on, stay right there. Let me see if I got something else for y'all then. To get to 200,000. Hold on. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. Alright. Nothing right here. Y'all realize this is how much research I be doing for y'all? Completely filled with stories and research and all type of shit that I done did. Huh. So. Carly Russell. Did I finish it? I never talked about Carly Russell, didn't I? Do y'all be dreaming about the cases like they just pop up? Nope. I don't. Y'all remember Carly Russell? Hold on. What about the case from the last post we suggested? I was just telling y'all about that. I'm going through those cases. I actually have some that I was working on, but I have not finished the research for it. So I'm not doing that because it's like half stories. So, but I have looked at it and I'm going through. I've looked at actually quite a few of them, as a matter of fact. Somebody asked me about my favorite case. My favorite case. Well, I don't want to use the word favorite because I don't want to seem like I'm heartless here. But one of the cases, I actually have a spot. If you go on TikTok, I have a list that goes my favorites that I have on my favorite videos up inside of there. And like the last one I just did, who was I just talking about? I just made a video about last week. That one was actually pretty goddamn interesting for me. The Gregory Davis. No. Who is this? Not Gregory Davis. The pastor. The most intriguing case. Hannah Payne. I remember Hannah Payne. Y'all remember Hannah Payne? Tracy Lynn Garner. Oh, I remember Tracy Lynn. Exorcism of Roland Doe. I talked about the exorcism? No. The haunting case. Donald Stephen Dubray. I don't know who that is. Tim Blythnick. I don't remember who this is. Leandra Matthews. Damn, I talked about a lot of people. Brandy Worley. Why does that sound familiar? Emma Jean Rain. That was a good one. Would you do the Karen Reed case? I have to look into that one. I think I looked at it, but I don't think I got that one. The extra case got you blocked last time. Be careful. You right about that. You exactly right about that. I was talking about Bust Me Down. This how I'm telling y'all, this platform, cause you can get on here and fight, cuss, do all type of crap, talk about just completely unholy topics, and they don't give a crap. But the second I sit here and talk about stuff that actually happened, they be blocking me. I got a ban on my account for a video I did about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago. They just banned me for it. They just gave me a ban. Do y'all remember these people? Damn, this is an ugly sketch. I promise y'all, I used to be so much better than this. You know what? I'm gonna go home and get my doggone sketchbook. I'm gonna show y'all what I used to actually do. I'm not going out like no punk. Y'all finna sit here and think I can't draw. I used to be able to draw really, really well. I was just playing around right here. All right. Anyway, I can't find nothing right now, y'all. I'm not finna hold y'all long. Nino Mbatha. Who is that? Vincent Edward Brothers. Another book filled with stories. I've done a couple hundred of these things. Carolyn Bryant. Rest in peace, bitch. The Inglebini Tavern Horror. Yeah, TikTok muted that. Shantae Harden. Who is that? Irvin Blackshear. I remember that shit. David Clark. I did that one on YouTube. Nandifa Magudamana. Y'all remember Dr. Nandi? Y'all remember Dr. Nandi? Tim Norman. Tim Norman was one of my favorite ones. Callie Adams. You hadn't seen me. We had 200,000 likes. Hey. Y'all are amazing. Alan, your cucumber picture. Oh, first, before we worry about the cucumber, we had 200,000 likes. Y'all. What is this? Oh, welcome to, oh shoot, no. How do I do, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what I did, y'all. I don't know what I pressed on my screen. Oh, wait, there we go. Woo. Y'all are really the best. So, thank y'all. Man. Should I do one more? David Clark. Ulama Curry. Y'all remember Ulama Curry? Ulama Curry Walker. 15-year-old firefighter. You know what? I wish I had one more day. I actually got to go back to work tomorrow. So, look, prepare for me for next weekend. For next week. All right, next week, I'm going to be here again. We're going to do some more stories. But it's been 2 hours. We got 200,000 over likes. Y'all are freaking amazing. Y'all the best people ever. Like, for real. I love y'all. And I want to thank y'all for being here. For real. I am a little tipsy, but I still got to exercise, so I can't really mess up. And I want to see all of y'all here next week. Next week, when I start, we start at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right now it's 4 p.m., which means 2 hours from whatever time it is for you is when I come on Sundays. 2 hours from right now, going back 2 hours prior to is when I normally come here on Sundays. And Guinevere said type shit. That's what I'm talking about. Central Standard Time, Dallas, Texas. Yes, Dallas is in Central Standard Time. So yeah, if you down here, we're gonna be good. I will see y'all next week. Be safe. Please make some great decisions, y'all. Look for warning signs in your life and red flags. Don't ignore them, okay? Because we need y'all to be safe. I will see y'all next week. Peace out.